Hello everybody, welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the mid-July to the end of July. This will be a medicine wheel spread based off of the Sun Bear Zodiac. So this video is for all of you Cougars out there. So Cougars are born between February 19th and March 20th. So this is for those. The medicine wheel spread just looks at the alchemy of the medicine wheel. So we go to all the directions and we talk about what is going on and what happens in each direction and what it represents. So I'm using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, and I'll be clarifying with the 1909 Tarot. And at the end of the reading, I will be pulling 3 cards from the Sacred Forest Oracle for 3 main themes for the next couple weeks. Okay, Cougars. So to start with, we have in the center, we start in the center of the medicine wheel, and we have the gazelle. So, hmm. So the gazelle is the first thing I would say to you Cougars out there, this being that it's showing up in the center. So the center of the medicine wheel, this represents your center power animal. And now this doesn't mean that the gazelle is your center power animal. This is just the energy that is sitting there. So your center power animal, it is also where in the earth count, it is humans, pure intellect and measure, the collective consciousness of all humans, and death and rebirth. It is also in the great teachers, it is feelings, confrontation, defeat, and patience. Um, so the gazelle energy represents being hyper vigilant. So like um, it's like being hyper aware. So I'm going to pull a card with this, but I would say one of the first things that I would mention is that it'd be really good to connect with the present moment at this time, Cougars. Make sure that you know your thoughts and your feelings are not based on past or possible future events. So with the gazelle, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is so it's all about making peace with life's unpredictability. So I kind of get the feeling with this gazelle spirit that or energy that you may be panicking when things aren't going exactly according um, to plan. And the Wheel of Fortune is it asks you to find your center. And again, this is where I would say really focus on the present moment. And I also feel that it might be a good idea for you Cougars to practice some breath work. One of the things as a CBT coach, one of the things that I teach my clients is present focused awareness. And we use our breath for this because our breath is always happening in the here and now. So when you focus on your breath, it brings you back to the present moment. So some of you Cougars may need to practice this over the next couple weeks, just making sure that you are centered and that you're not letting outside circumstances that are beyond your control to affect who you are and what you feel inside. Okay, next we go to the east of the wheel. So in the east of the wheel sits our warrior animal. It is also where the sun sits and the stars. It is also rage and raw power. So we have bat energy. So bat energy is a card of death and rebirth. It's a card of letting go. Um, and again, our warrior animal is about our warrior animal helps give us strength and courage. So I think it's asking you right now for the strength and courage to move on. It's saying that for some of you cougars, there may need be a door that needs to be closed, and it may not be easy to do so. But it's asking you to have the strength and courage to do what needs to be done. Let's see what comes up with this bat. So yes, with the bat, we have the Ace of Cups. So this is our emotions overflowing. This is joy and love. So I would say that there is something in your life right now that is something from the past. I feel that is kind of weighing you down. And again, I think it's something that's happened on the outside of this wheel here from your center card. Something has happened in the past that you're still holding on to. Um, and it's time to let that go. And once you let that go, not only will you find your strength, you will find so much happiness and joy and love in your life that your emotions will just be overflowing. I think that's beautiful. But yes, it's necessary to let go of those things that are not helpful to us, especially past life circumstances. Take the lesson and leave the hurt behind. Next, we go into the west of the wheel. So in the west of the wheel, this is where our healer animal sits. It is also the earth and the planets. It is also care and spirit. So we start with butterfly energy in this west of the wheel. So the butterfly energy says that you are going through a major transformation right now, and that really makes sense with this with the bat and the Ace of Cups energy there in the east side of your wheel. So you're going through a major transformation right now, and it's asking you to be very kind to yourself during this time. Especially, like I said, when there is something that you may be letting go of, don't beat yourself up over something that didn't work out is something that is what I would say there. But let's see, let's clarify this butterfly and see what it has to say with it. So with the butterfly, yes, so we have the death card. So again, another card of, again, something being dead, done, and over with. Um, and yeah, something needs to come to an end. It is the end of a cycle. And it's the death card with the butterfly says, let the change happen. Don't try to fight it, just let it happen. Next, we move to the south of the wheel. So in the south of the wheel, this is where our emotions sit. This is our birth animal. It is also plants and the spirit of all plants. And in the great teachers, it is pain and death. And just to, I hope people don't freak out when I say death is not necessarily death. It's just the end of something. So in the south of the wheel, we have mouse energy. So for some of you cougars, you could be very detailed oriented right now. And I almost feel like, again, especially with the bat and then the butterfly and the death and the wheel of fortune, that, very detail oriented, but you might be a little bit nervous. The mouse is a bit of a nervous energy. Um, and it could also say that you are being a little bit nitpicky. And again, I do sense a lot of fear here with this mouse card. But let's just clarify and see what else comes up with the mouse. Okay, so with that, yeah, we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords again is walking away. Um, so it's almost like some of you cougars may be afraid to walk away from something. Um, but it's saying that you have to walk away because it's an unfair fight. So you walking away is just leveling the playing field. You don't need to participate in their games. Is what's coming through for me now. You could. It's almost like I see you taking the pieces and walking away from the game. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, next we go to the top of the wheel to the north. This is where this is the area of our mind. This is where our recapitulation animal sits. It is also where the animals and the spirit of all animals sits. And with the great teachers, this is where the physical and fear sit. So we start with Cobra energy. So the Cobra, it's asking you what you are ready to learn. Again, this is in the area of your mind. So it's like there's a lesson that is coming, or there could be a lesson coming in for some of you Cougars, um, and it's asking you if you are willing to learn. Um, is what's coming through for me here. Um, hmm, let's just pull a card from the 1909 to clarify that. Okay, so with the Cobra, we have the Magician. And again, so the Magician is also actually a card of the mind, right? It's saying that your thoughts are magic. Um, so, like I said, I really feel for a lot of you Cougars, it could be a good time to take a class and learn something new. Um, and really focus your energy into learning, into expanding your mind and expanding your possibilities. Um, hmm. Yeah, and it's saying that you are ready, right? So it's almost like you've been pausing and you've been waiting, but now is the time. Now is the time to learn something new and to put that something new into manifesting something in your life. Okay, next we go down to the southeast of the wheel. So this is where our shadow animal sits. It is also spirits and the great teachers themselves. And the great teachers that sit in the southeast, that is sex and loneliness. So we start off with tiger energy here. So um, tiger energy is well, it's a very feminine energy, first of all, I will say. It's also representative of the lunar forces, which is feminine energy. So this is a fearless awakening of your own power. Um, so it's almost like the message I'm getting is kind of actually coming from the um, shadow animal. And it's kind of saying right now that you need to spend some time possibly looking at your shadow side, um, and look at what are the things again that are holding you back, that are dampening your divine feminine. Um, let's just clarify this tiger. And with that, we have the Two of Wands. So this is action versus idleness. Okay, so I really actually feel, again, this is about balancing your divine feminine and your divine masculine, which is again the action. Um, divine masculine is very much action oriented. It's doing, whereas feminine energy is more of just being. So it's really asking you right now. It's almost I feel like you've been really pushing that divine masculine, just really action oriented and go, 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 go. And this tiger energy is asking you right now to, like I said, explore your shadow side and why you are doing that, why you are pushing yourself so much. And then really tap into that feminine energy and try to just be. And I know that is very hard. It was very hard for me when I first started doing it. But yeah, just be. Allow yourself. I actually, if you can, allow yourself to sit outside in the darkness, and just be. Just allow the darkness to surround you and know that you are the light. The light is within you. That is what is coming through with that. Okay. Whew, that one was a little bit intense. Okay. Next we move to the southwest of the wheel. So in the southwest, this is where our dreamer animal sits. This is the sacred dreams of life. It is also the kachinas. And in the great teacher, it is where honesty and need sit. So we start with this golden egg energy. So the golden egg in this particular deck represents the heart chakra. Um, so what I'm getting is that um, your heart. I actually feel like for at least for some of you, maybe not everybody, but for some of you, it's like your heart is feeling very like I have a heaviness in my chest as I talk about it, and it almost feels like your heart feels really heavy at the moment. We're going to clarify. Okay, and so we have the Queen of Swords here. Um, so the Queen of Swords is a card of um, being observant and having personal boundaries. Um, so I feel like if your heart has been heavy, um, first of all, you need to be honest. Again, honesty sits in the southwest of the wheel. So um, I'm feeling the honesty and the need. So I'm feeling both great teachers down here. So it's like you need to be honest about your needs. Um, and it may mean that you have to put some boundaries in place. And these could be boundaries um, like external boundaries, so boundaries with other people, or these could be internal. These could be personal boundaries within yourself. But definitely that needs to be looked at because that once you set those boundaries and you stand strong in those boundaries, I actually feel like your heart will um, lighten. And I'm also getting that it could be beneficial for you, like with the tiger. Really, this reading is calling for some alone time. It's calling for you to sit in quiet and just reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your center, which actually goes back to this Wheel of Fortune card as well. Um, Reconnect with yourself over the next couple weeks. Okay, so next we move to the northwest of the wheel. So in the northwest, this is where our death animal sits. It is also the cycles of natural law, the Shinamiya. It is also where testing and seeking sit. And so we start here with the black egg. So this represents our fifth chakra. So this is our throat chakra. So when the black egg shows up in a reading, it Spirit is asking you to speak from an authentic place. Speak the truth. Seek the truth is the other thing that's coming for. Speak and seek the truth. Seek it and then speak it is what's coming up very, very strong. but let's also clarify. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is a card of balance. So I feel like you need to find some balance within yourself, so that you are able to speak your truth. Um, and I think that the best place to start would be to ask yourself, what do I know to be true about myself? It's a very profound question. So what do I know to be true about myself and what is true in the world? Um, hmm. And once you know your truth, then like I said, then you can speak it from a place of power, a place of authority. Hmm. Okay. Next we go to the northeast of the wheel. So this is where our um, past life or our ancestral animal sits. It is also moon movement and energy and pure science. It is also where victory and love sit. So here we start with buffalo energy. So the buffalo he's a pure presence. So, like, I almost feel right now the first message that coming through is that your ancestors are with you. They are always with you. Um, so when you are looking for your center, just remember that your ancestors are always with you, and your past selves. Seek maybe, uh, you know, your one of your past selves, if you have them. I personally don't have any past lives, but most people do. So we're going to clarify. So with the buffalo, we have the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is again, it's that card of heartbreak and sadness, which again, I've gotten a lot of that in this reading. But it's also a card of forgiveness. So the buffalo is a card of being grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. So it's really, I think, saying these two cards together. First of all, stay grounded in yourself. Um, but again, also seek your higher self. And and again, with this Three of Swords, as much as it's a card of heartbreak and sadness, it's also a card of forgiveness. So I feel like um, there needs to be some forgiveness in the next couple weeks, whether this forgiveness is towards somebody else, or it could be forgiveness for yourself. And that is honestly what is coming through more. I feel like for most of you, this could be a need to forgive something within yourself. Um, and just I would say, just remember that every bump in the road is an opportunity for upliftment. It's an opportunity for growth. Um, and I would recommend my last recommendation on this is to practice some prayer. Whatever prayer looks like to you, there is no specific way to pray, but practice some prayer in whatever form that takes for you. Okay, so now we will pull the three main themes for the next couple weeks for the Cougars. Okay, so three main themes for the week for the Cougars. Wow. Okay. I love these cards. Okay, so the three main themes we start with acceptance. So again, I think over the next couple weeks, the first step of things is um, to come to acceptance. Accept where you are, accept what has happened, and accept the way things are in your life at this moment. Then we have renewal. So once you have accepted where you are in life right at this moment, then it's time to, like I said, return to your center, and get this renewal, fill your cup up again, like spend some time, like I said, with yourself, um, and just be. And in doing this, you will find that at the end of the 2 weeks, you will see expansion. You will see yourself and your life start to grow and expand. So, even though, like I said, there was a lot of fear and sadness in this reading, um, it ends very well. It ends with the renewal and this expansion. So, I feel like for some of you Cougars, it may be a kind of a tough couple weeks, but by the end of July, things will be turning around and will be starting to look a little bit better for you. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. And yeah, I will be doing more of these medicine wheel readings in August. So keep watching and check it out. All right, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Bye for now.